It's Cougar Sports Saturday.
It's complete. Another touchdown!
Cougar Sports Saturday. A presentation of KSL Sports.
Left wing for three. He got it again!
BYU Sports Talk by Cougar fans for Cougar fans. Brought to you by Any Hour Services, Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Here are your hosts, Mitch Harper and Matt Baiamonte. On Utah's legacy home of the Cougars. KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
BYU football game week. The Cougars get ready to take on the Kansas State Wildcats. And joined now by wide receiver Darius Lassiter. And Darius, let's start things off with that celebration. Is there a name for that celebration you had last week in Laramie?
I don't know if it's a name. It's just something that I got off TikTok and then kind of just seeing everybody do it. So I just got in on the fun.
I respect it. Do you know what the song is or the TikTok sound that accompanies that move that you found?
It's a rapper song. I think it's named like Bossman D-Lo. So that's a rapper's name. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I asked that. I mean, I won't be able to emulate it, but I had to ask nonetheless. How's this offense feeling coming into the Big 12 opener this year against Kansas State?
We're feeling great. You can kind of just see things just trending up for us just since after Southern Illinois and SMU as well. And we kind of just want to trend and keep going in that right way. And I feel like we're doing that this week. It's a lot of good things that we did last week and a lot of things that we can build on. So once we put all the pieces together, it's no telling how good this offense can be. Last
week you had to clear the air a little bit on social media with Jake. What was the thought behind that on social media and what kind of inspired that?
Just because a lot of people just giving the quarterback a hard time. It's not an easy job to be quarterback here at this school. Because a lot of great quarterbacks that came in here, and so the ceiling and standard is high for quarterback, but it's never on the quarterback in games because he's on the team. So it's just as much as his fault as it is my fault. So I just felt like it was my job to go out there to clear the air, the rumors between. Showing that me and Jake kind of had beef or whatever it was, but that wasn't a thing. As soon as we got down to the bench, we talked it over, and James just de-thawed on his own.
When you talk things over, I can't imagine that was the only time that you guys have conversations. Are you just trying to get on the same page, or what are you guys trying to accomplish when you have those conversations after plays?
I was just letting them know, we got to have those plays. Those are gimme plays. To us, those are free throws. So I feel like anytime you get an opportunity of those, because a lot of those don't come, so we got to make those.
How much more comfortable do you feel in this offense heading into Game 1 of Big 12 play compared to last year going at Kansas?
I think we feel more prepared just because we already had the year under our belt, so we kind of know what to expect, and especially already playing 3-3-5 last year from Iowa State and TCU and other schools like that. We kind of got an idea and how to attack it.
A lot of schools play that in the Big 12. That's kind of a theme. Is there certain attributes or traits in the secondary that maybe pose challenges? Because you bring up those two games, those were tough outings. Is there certain traits about those defenses that are maybe challenging that you're better prepared for this year?
No, not really. I think a lot of people just think that you can't pass in it just because you probably see all the defensive backs out there. But really, it's a great opportunity to pass the ball downfield and make plays. So I think that it's going to come down to us as the receiver room to make plays for Jake and make everything easy.
Speaking of the receiver room, Coach Fesi Sitake told us earlier that this particular group that you're a part of is grading out better than any group that he's had during his time at BYU. Why do you think this wide receiver group has been so productive and effective?
I just feel like everybody's bought into what we have to get done. Just because we all been together last year, I just feel like the chemistry is still there. We didn't bring in any new pieces besides like the freshman guys and guys that came back on missions and things like that. So I feel like we all bonded and it just makes us more closer and we can have those talks between each other.
That continuity was a big theme coming into this year, and so you believe that it's really helping you guys early on.
Yeah, most definitely. Without that, there's no point in playing the team sport. We might as well go play golf or tennis or something.
I wanted to get your thoughts too on these young running backs that are contributing to the offense. Sione Aimoa, Pokai Hunga. We saw them in fall camp; they were making plays, but those guys, for being young guys, because we talked about this offense, so much continuity. they stepped in and did pretty well.
Yeah, it's not always easy to get thrown to a fire as a young guy. We kind of seen LJ do it last year, and just the season that he had. So when you can just mix backs in like that when you lose one is always great. I feel like Sione, I've been saying it since fall camp. He's a tough runner, so I think it's just gonna keep getting better for him each and every year. You can kind of see with his first carry and how that looked. So and I'm excited for Pokai as well. I know we got some stuff in for him, and I know they're gonna make the most of their opportunities.
How cool was it to see Keelan Marion take back that kick return TD? It's been a long time since BYU had one of those. That had to have been fun to watch on the sideline.
Yeah, it's always great when your roommate can go out there and make a play like that. You guys just talk about it all day. So and just in the house, like, hey, you just made history. It's been 10 years since you did that. So I'm proud of him. It was a long time coming. He had one last year that got called back, unfortunately, but. It's something that he knew he was going to have to trust. He trusted his guys to make those blocks for him. And then at the end of the day, the end result was what it was.
How much are you enjoying this final season for you? Is there almost a appreciation of, like, this is my last, this practice or whatever it may be, milestone in the season? Is there maybe a greater appreciation this year?
Yeah, most definitely. I kind of had that since fall camp started. You kind of don't feel it though. Towards like the end of the season when things start coming closer, and then especially when senior day gets here. But I'm just enjoying the moment, just being here with the guys. I'm not gonna have this opportunity again to be with this receiver room, so I'm enjoying every minute of it. I always want the guys to have fun. So when we out there, it's just we always gonna play around and have fun. But when it's time to go, we're gonna get serious.
Does it create a greater urgency to capitalize on games like this one, where you're playing a ranked team and a great opportunity for this BYU program?
Yeah, most definitely, because you don't get these opportunities a lot. So we gotta rise to the occasion, and I'm sure that this team is well equipped to do it.
I love alternate uniforms. Do you these uniforms you'll be wearing on Saturday night against Kansas State? Do you love them? Do you love alternate uniforms?
Yeah, anytime we can just switch it up from the normal, I think anybody will love that. Especially throwback jerseys. You don't really get to do that. You normally just come out with like newer versions of your jerseys that you have now. So when you can take it back a little bit, that's fine.
Have the coaches told you guys the story of those jerseys and maybe what they meant, that team, and the significance of those?
Nah, not really. But besides, like with the social media team, like posts online and everything like that, I kind of got a little understanding about it. But I'm excited. Under the season and throwback jerseys, it's great to have it.
Last thought, Darius, just your impressions of Kansas State. I know you noted the 3-3-5 aspect, but anything else stand out about that defense?
Yeah, those guys are gonna fly around. I think they have a great linebacker core, especially number 41. Don't really know his name, but I feel like he plays great ball. So it's going to be a great physical game, and I know we're all excited for it.
Last thing for you, BYU's launching a new Cougar Tail. Do you ever get your hands on these exclusive Cougar Tails?
I've never had a Cougar Tail, actually. Yeah,
he's an athlete, Matt. He's a D1 athlete.
I've never had one, but my mom's been having them, so I'm sure she's going. And my little brother loves them, so I'm sure he's going to get one this week.
Well, Darius, best of luck this week, and stay healthy, and looking forward to seeing you have a continued success this season.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's Darius Lassiter, BYU senior wide receiver, final season in college football. Hopefully it's a big one for Darius, who hearing buzz that maybe he's getting a little bit of NFL looks too. So Darius looking good for BYU. And this show brought to you by Any Hour Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air, Cougar Sports Saturday. We're taking the break. Matt and I caught up with Kansas State head coach Chris Kleiman. You'll hear that conversation next right here on Game Day, Cougar Sports Saturday. BYU and Kansas State breaking it down next.